So he said, well, you'll get up and you'll be depressed. No, the gnosis is the answer, what they're saying here, which is, I think I know this is right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what they're saying
it makes
here,
sense of everything.
It makes sense of everything. So the hope or what would keep you going would be this concept. So even many of the gods are illusionary entities made real by the human mind for its own limited purposes. I knew that one was going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where Bobby was getting in the end. Like, a lot of these gods are unnecessary. It's just us up there. And it is. A lot of these names are ways to access energy. I've been telling niggas that.
That's all.
And ain't no nigga in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Named Baron Samedi. Ain't no nigga in the sky named Obatala. Ain't no bitch in the sky named Oshun. A good pussy, a whack pussy, you never know because she's not in the sky. Listen closely. Humans live in a third world which can be rendered meaningful only by gnosis. Even many of the gods are illusionary entities made real by the human mind for its own limited purposes.
I need some food.
I need Oshun for love.
Right.
It's just a way to access love. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying that for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to 106. 106 in Park, baby. Even though 105 was real fucking exciting. Let's see what 105. No, it's not. Let's stick with 106. It starts at 105. Let's go to 105. Let's even see what they're saying. Well, all right. Now let's see. Compared to the fact that pagan opponents of Christianity spouted tales of horror about the abominable rites of Christians, which according to these sources involved infanticide and the ritual eating of children. See how you understand these niggas? Yeah, you heard. These niggas ain't playing. Y'all niggas playing. What? I don't believe it. Yeah, they was eating children.
No, I heard that before. That's why I'm surprised that it's in this book, because I heard that.
Compare the fact that pagan opponents of Christianity spouted tales of horror about the abominable rites of Christians, which according to these sources involved infanticide. That's what that word is. Involved infanticide and the ritual eating of children, as well as the worship of a man with the head of a donkey. That's what Christians was doing, player. All these accusations, any different from the ones Irenaeus and the fellow voice against the Kiporian Gnostics, accusing them of sexual orgies, as well as magical incantations, love potions, love feasts, called the gate, evocation of the spirits and the dead, interpretation of dreams with the aid of spirits, and all other kinds of magic. I don't know what you talking about, but the Gnostics sound like they was having fucking fun. They don't sound depressed to me. Let's go back. Orgies, as well as magical incantations, love potions, love feasts, evocations of spirits of the dead, interpretation of dreams with the aid of spirits, and all other kinds of magic. Shit. Don't sound bored to me. Don't sound depressed at all. Sound like my kind of niggas. My kind of people. Where the fuck they at now? When the pneumatic spiritually fully developed, that's what it's called, the pneumatic, which means when the spirit is fully developed, Gnostics escape the resurrections of lesser spirits. The entities become subservient to the Gnostics. All magic is based on the ability of informed consciousness to break through the barriers of the lower worlds and command the guardians of the gates of the cosmos. The greater magic of the Gnostics, however, has always been the liberation from the confinement in the regions of matter and the mind. So they're saying all that shit that's ruling you becomes your bitch if you know you God. They got you because of that divine spark in you. My nigga. 101, 102, 100. Let's see. Let me go to something else and then start doing something else. Irenaeus informs us that Saturnius also taught pre-existence unknown Father, and that he preached about the great intermediate hierarchies, including the 7 rulers of the spheres and the lesser deities who created the physical world, which includes the physical aspect of humanity. So he taught on these spheres they're talking about. The demiurge creators perceived a shiny form in the heavens and tried to copy it, saying, "Let us make man according to the image and likeness," according to this image and likeness. Their efforts fall short. However, for though their creation vaguely resembles the heavenly form, it is without strength and cannot rise from the ground. The supernal powers then sends down its own life spark to ensoul the created being. In later accounts, this ensouling is done by the divine Sophia. So they're showing you in Gnosticism, they're telling you one of the biggest creation stories. And nigga, you was already here and you was already fucked up, and they did a fucked up, failed up, banged up job trying to copy some shit they didn't have this direct diagram off of. And Sophia had to say, boom, here nigger, nigger. We better for you, nigger. The Gnostics, however, were more concerned with exiting from this terrible stream of history than they were with leaving a historical record of themselves. They didn't give a fuck about saying, write this down. They was more about leaving. Palestine, Samaria, Syria, Antioch were the earliest strongholds of the Gnostics. But it was in Egypt that Gnosticism came into its greatest flowering. Let me say it again. Palestine, Samaria, Syria, and Antioch were the earliest strongholds of Gnostics. But it was in Egypt that Gnosticism came into its greatest flowering. So this is the Kemetic shit. I know it may hurt you little funky motherfuckers, but this is the Kamite science. This ain't the history, this is the mystery. These is red bottoms, nigga. These is blood shoes. You don't see me in the club, I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. These is blood shoes. It was Egypt that Gnosticism came into its greatest flowering. The Egypt